9 experienced hikers entered these mountains in the winter of 1959. Weeks later, rescuers found their camp abandoned, and one of history's most chilling mysteries had begun. What really happened at Dyatlov Pass? In January 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on what was supposed to be a challenging but ordinary expedition through the remote Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. Led by 23-year-old engineering student Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of skilled mountaineers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. They planned to complete a difficult winter route across the northern Urals, a journey that would take them through some of the harshest terrain in the region. Their journey began in Vijay, the last settlement before the northern Urals. They passed the abandoned 41st Quarter logging camp, followed the frozen Auspia River, and left behind a cache of supplies before turning toward Otorten Mountain. But worsening weather pushed them off course, and they pitched their final camp on the exposed slope of Kholat Syakhl, never realizing they would never reach their destination. The group was expected to return in early February. When they failed to arrive, a search operation was launched. After days of searching, rescuers discovered their abandoned tent on the eastern slope of a mountain, later known as Kholat Syakhl, a name often translated as Mountain of the Dead. The discovery immediately raised questions. The tent was still standing, with their belongings, food, equipment, and warm clothing all left behind. But the most unusual detail was that the tent had been cut open from the inside. It appeared as if the hikers had abandoned their shelter in a moment of panic and escaped into the freezing night. Outside the tent, investigators found a trail of footprints leading down the slope toward a nearby forest. Near the edge of the forest, rescuers found the first bodies beneath a large cedar tree. Later, searches uncovered the remaining members of the group in a ravine nearby. The strange circumstances surrounding their deaths, including some unexplained injuries, would go on to create one of the world's most notorious mysteries. Over the decades, many theories have been proposed. One explanation suggested that a powerful avalanche forced the hikers to flee their tent. However, some researchers questioned whether the conditions at the site matched a typical avalanche. Another theory suggested that unusual mountain winds, known as katabatic winds, may have created extreme conditions and caused panic. Others proposed more unusual explanations, from military involvement to unknown events that frightened the group. In recent years, official investigations have concluded that a natural event, possibly a slab avalanche combined with severe weather, was responsible. But many people still debate whether that explanation answers every question. Why did 9 experienced hikers leave their shelter without proper clothing? Why did they cut their way out of the tent? And what happened during those final moments on the mountain? More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of the most debated mysteries in modern history.